By the way, I'm gonna eat popsicles whole stream, so deal with it. Life-size Monokuma plushies are crammed in there, but there are no clues. You got any clues for me, babe?
My.
I've never seen so many Monokumas in my life. But you've been in here like 8 times. A Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into, so...
However...
Well, I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me.
Well?
The bomb went off in the lobby, might have been set up here. Okay.
Do you have a minute?
If you had the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism.
All right.
Okay, let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you from ruining all of Monokuma's plushies. That makes me happy. Well, hold on. If there's a bomb inside, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly messed with it?
Easy as pie.
Either way, it is all gravy. All gravy. What the hell does that mean?
Enough already!
Stop! There's no bomb.
Hey,
You'll know if you just pick me up. See, all you'll feel is the soft weight of cotton.
I see. I see.
You're right. Then where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
who knows?
I don't fucking know. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base.
What?
Tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
Please wait.
Yeah, we know that.
No.
Well, I thought I kept quiet before Shadow killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just not telling you for the first time. I feel relieved. But if the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, he brought it from the Octagon.
Well, done.
You a good eye there, Sonya. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
That is...
Should I say something I should not have? Don't worry about it. I'm sure we'll figure it out the hard way. As we do. What about the laptop? I got anything? We saw a video message on the laptop. Uh-huh. We saw it yesterday, come on. At the time, Nagito should have already been killed. Which means the video was recorded in advance. Yeah, that's what a video recording means. Besides that video, the date on this laptop could be used as a clue. I tried fucking around with it, but it's locked. If it's locked, maybe there really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe. Apparently the bombs were stuffed into this truck were actually fireworks, which remind me. This truck looks like it came from the military base. Nagito must have brought it from there. Other than that, there's nothing in particular that catches my eye. I just had a thought. There's nothing on the floor that looks like a clue, not even trash. Oh. Okay, well I guess I can't go in there then. I wanted to look around, but the game didn't want to let me. I'm gonna go check out the military base. Neat. These popsicles are great. Mainly because I'm using them to have a constant stream of liquid on my throat to keep it from drying out so that I don't crack my voice even harder than it already is. Don't worry. I have 10. Yeah, because I stole them all. This dangerous place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening.
Hey!
Leaving guns on the up is totally dangerous. Seriously, they gotta take better care of these. It's easy to say that. There's no one on this island who can do that. Come on, dude. Get with the fucking program. Like, I'm gonna look at the. Oh, good job, Jacob. Nice depth perception. Shoot supply guns and other firearms and stuff into the truck bed.
Whoa!
What'd you find?
Huh?
Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like a survival knife with the same handle and blade type, which means it's the same brand. Yep, same brand. Isn't it the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand?
Maybe.
Which means the killer obtained that knife here.
Right.
So the killer is someone who visited this military base at least once. That's everyone, though. No, not me. It's the first time I've been here. Okay. Whatever you say, dude. I don't think I'd take a spank. I can't word today. But I'm not brave enough to check for myself. Understandably so. How about this one? Does this one work? When I tried looking through the truck bed, it's empty. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonya was telling the truth.
However,
Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it. Bombs have disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. But did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible he thought they were the real thing. He said as much as his video message. Yeah, we know, you're a dick. We got it, dude. He knew they were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. Is that really it? Did he only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there's a different motive behind his actions. Is there anything even here? It's that helicopter, the one that executed Terra Terra. Doesn't have anything to do with the incident. Alright, where to else? Oh, the castle. Check the spear. Because it's probably where it came from. Which isn't on this island. It's on island 4. I'm going to now consume a red popsicle. Fear me. Pink's my favorite. Oops. It has to be left shift. Left shift. Right shift actually doesn't make you run. Well, to be fair, there's like 80 brands of these. The name brand, I believe, is called Pop Ice. Well, I see the missing spear. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. Freeze Pops is kind of like... Pop Ice is the name brand, like Band-Aid is the name brand for bandage adhesive. Freeze Pops is like the bandage adhesive aspect, in that is exactly what they are. It's just Pop Ice is like the brand. I can't word today. Just as I thought, it looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagito. The same whip-like cord is attached to the handle, and there's a weight at the end of it.
Also,
Plus, it looks like one of the spears is missing. Gee, I wonder if that's the one that's inside his chest. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gungnir, huh? Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that. Okay, but why did the killer use a spear and a knife?
Well, yeah.
They could have just killed him with a knife and it would have been easier too. There's no way a spear like this with this unnecessary cord thing on it would be easy to use. Yeah, exactly. But still, they chose this spear for a reason. What could that reason be? I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. That's probably why I feel this way. I'm feeling this strange feeling I've never felt before. As if Nagito's trying to make us suffer even after he's died. And now's not time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigated that place, we might be able to find some kind of clue. Oh, well, I guess that's where we're going then. Why is that a name for them? Somebody's already here. How you doing, babe?
Hajime.
What's up?
What's this?
That's cold. Whew, that's cold. God damn. Oh, you want to go inside Nagito's room too?
What are you gonna
I was
do?
just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do it while she was licking my black eye. I didn't do that.
Boy,
Didn't do it.
proud.
It's sweet because it's made out of black bean paste. Are we all time to mess around? Hurry up and open the damn door.
Fine.
Guess I have no choice. Just gotta do that, right?
Now then. Loose. Bye-bye.
You can freely investigate now. This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that?
Perhaps.
Maybe the cottage key is computerized?
Hey, hey.
More importantly, let's go inside. Yeah, you're right. Oh! Monomi's treasure box. Okay. So Nagito was living here. What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days in here? I can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope, becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us. No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well. It's a bed that comes with the cottages. Looks just like the one in my room, but
Hey.
maybe there's something under his bed. It's the usual place for hiding things. Yeah, like porn. Yeah, we should still check just in case. With no expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and there's something here. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. Looks like there's something inside. A gas mask and gloves? These look like the real deal. Did you get these from the military base? He's hiding these under his bed. What do you use this stuff for? You'd only use that if you're handling hazardous materials.
Hajime.
Is there anything else under the bed? Peeked under the bed once again, started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag and a small piece of paper. Made of blue aluminum? A round, thin piece of aluminum. Similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise. So he opened something that had a hazardous material in it? I hear what you're saying. Does that mean this is just a piece of trash?
Wait.
Who knows? Might be too soon to decide that. Oh! You little shit.
No.
I think that's all 5 of them for this chapter. I think. Here's a refrigerator.
Huh?
Nice. My cottage doesn't even have a fridge. I wonder where he got it from. Probably supplied it himself. Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? I mean, I do. As I talked with her, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. The only thing inside was a brown bottle. For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he's stocked very much. That bottle clearly isn't a drink, right? Looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? Throwback. I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death.
Could it be?
Yeah, looks like it's poison. Looks like a warning label on the back. Be careful of that bottle, don't drop it. Stop it. If you worry like that, I'm gonna get nervous. I grabbed the bottle with my hand and began reading the warning label on the back. Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though it's So that explains the gas mask and the gloves. Okay. In a gaseous state, it's heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and susceptible to hydrolysis. There we go. So it's possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. Sure does look like a chemical made solely for killing someone. Refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. Where did Nagito get it?
Well?
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel too.
See?
Should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items. The octagon. This poison, he must have brought it with him from there too.
Perhaps.
He's probably hiding them somewhere on his body during the last class trial. He's hiding a bomb and poison. Jesus. How dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle? Just thinking about that scares me.
Hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby. What about this poison?
See?
Looks like the bottle's less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did he use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet? Another trap.
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. If it actually exists, it'd be real bad. Could potentially kill everyone on the island. What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Yeah, Jack, that's true. I actually read that tweet. Both the one that Kirko made in response to it and the original, although of course Google translated, and it's amazing, and Grant Kirkhope definitely deserves the honor of that. Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you've died? Hey guys, can you guess what color this popsicle is? Do you have anything to say before I open this box? There is no freezing. And since I can't use a knife to open it because I can't show you a knife, the bookshelf might take some time to investigate, so we should try examining some other areas first. Okay, so like that. Fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights, totally standing out. Could this be Yeah, I found your treasure. I know, you're crazy. A
Perhaps.
treasure box. You know about this too?
Yep.
It's really cute. She was just reacting. Huh. This looking like Monomi's stolen treasure box. If it's here, that means the thief Monomi was talking about was Nagito. Why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, might be good to see what's inside.
Hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous. It might be, but it could be some kind of clue, you know? If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monomi in the first place. No, you're breathtaking! He turned back toward the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside there was a notebook. This is it? Why is a notebook inside a treasure box like this? Sorry, I can't word. Why is a notebook inside this treasure box like it's something important? I took it out and began leafing through it. It contained sloppy drawings as they were drawn by children, and the entries looked like chicken scratch. Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2, Byakuya's the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. It's a diary. Looks like it. Did Monomi write these? Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, 4, 5, page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looks like there's not any clues here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go in the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. Huh?
Hey, hey.
Oh, it's nothing.
Stop it!
Don't look at my notebook. Hi. From out of nowhere, Monomi suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
I won't forgive you.
I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Jeez, that was close. If I come by any later, you would have seen the inside of the notebook. Unfortunately, you're a little too late.
Huh?
But if his notebook is here, then Nagito's the thief?
No.
Betrayal. I was betrayed by my beloved student.
Hey, hey.
Hey, that notebook. It's pretty much your diary, right? Diary? Seems that way.
Ta-da!
That's right. It's my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written.
Hey.
You're a liar.
Ooh.
Okay. Monomi, it's not good to lie, you know. There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monomi can't even write. I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's wrong.
No, you can't, because you have no fingers on your hands. See, bullseye. I know, because I'm the same way, too.
What?
Are you mad? Are you angry I exposed a weakling like you?
Hey, hey.
So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister. It looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second. Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? He said you didn't write in that notebook. Is that true? If so, who wrote in it? Well, you know, it's, how should I put it?
Bye-bye.
Excuse me. Damn it, she totally ran away again. Same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time trying to get answers from her. Really wanted to ask her about that notebook, though. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. Huh. This gives me thoughts. Basic layout's just like my cottage. Nothing about this window that really catches my eye. Alright, what about the bookshelf? A lot of books, other mysterious items. The genres and types of items are also random. Can't make any sense out of it whatsoever.
Well?
They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart. Who do they know? I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this. Okay, so, I mean, what do you want to do? Doesn't mean we should ignore it, though.
Yep.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime. Wait, what? It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things. You know, there might be private stuff here. Okay, but...
See?
So I'll leave this shelf to you. I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. I walked toward the shelf, one by one, and started removing the various books and items, examining each one. But even as I examined them carefully, there were still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there's any clues here. Oh. Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma. This is another one. Uh-huh. I know what it is. Get to it. Get to it. Nagito said that this only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies, too. I opened the file held in my hand to confirm that. Instantly, I realized something was strange. If this really had only my information, then why is it so thick? As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me. Just as I thought, Nagito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia, and everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie too? I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, height, weight, so forth. There's one thing specifically that caught my eye. The words, reserve course student. There was no denying it. It confirmed I truly was a reserve course student from the reserve department. Why is this the only thing that's a lie? Or that's not a lie? Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? Why am I here with the other ultimates?
Hey, hey.
I'm fine. Well, I just found a strange file. Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there. It's not just mine. The profiles of everyone on this island are in here too. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us. Can I take a look at that file? Sure. Ooh.
You're right. My profile is really in here. But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
Then it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Hold on.
Huh?
I just noticed it right now, but...
The file. His name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
What are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togame. Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
No way!
So what if a name isn't written in that file? Perhaps based on that you think he might be the traitor? No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life is totally wrong. There's a completely different reason.
You're getting all riled up!
How should I put this? You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason. Which means the great mystery you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation. What?
What the heck?
You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer by looking through these profiles, right? My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. And suddenly I came across a page that was filled with question marks. I didn't see this coming. Every section was filled with a question mark. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter. That Byakuya's true identity. He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny Byakuya Togami. You can't be serious.
Hey,
The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent. I'm not jealous of that at all. That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami?
Perhaps.
Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life?
so cool.
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that. Then he was lying to us the whole
But
time?
still.
But he couldn't help it. What? Why couldn't he help it?
Oh.
Because that was his talent. Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent. Regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating.
Anyway,
I'm not happy that you guys fell for a game I had nothing to do with.
that's right.
So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth. What was he trying to say to me at that time? In the kitchen, yeah. I cannot talk to others about my past. I suspect my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been a living hell. Based on the context, if I had to guess...
No.
Maybe he's just complaining he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. If you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope's Peak, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already. So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss.
Phew.
Geez, the Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor. Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that?
Of course.
Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
So you're the one who did it.
Hey,
The fact that there's 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor's a spy sent by the Foundation, not a student. So you made a fake profile for the traitor and included it.
correct.
Wouldn't it be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right? Which is why he did what he did. Yeah, probably. It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you sure about this?
Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know. Wait, what?
Bye-bye.
Excuse me for a moment. That's it? Oh, shit.
What is most important for living things?
Sex?
Well, personally, I think time is.
Okay.
I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock. I'll see you soon.
The last class trial? He said that, right? He said last class trial.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say it was the last one. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days? And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on the time limit, it definitely might be the last one.
But still.
I can't imagine it's the real end. I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once?
Well,
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. You're right. A class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we're so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
but still.
You don't have to worry so much.
right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know? You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not alone, even if it's a mystery that can't be solved. Elias, I swear to God. I swear to God. There's no Metroid. You cheeky bastard. I love you, man. What's up? How you doing? For your actual options, you have Splinter Cell, Super Mario World, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, and Tomb Raider 2013. Those are your real options. Or you can just say, I don't care. Which game's most like Metroid? Definitely Splinter Cell. There's definitely Splinter Cell. Has to be Splinter Cell. Totally. Because you have Visor. See? It's totally Splinter Cell. Yep. Nuh-uh, Jack. Nuh-uh. Wolfenstein has Nazis in it. So, nuh-uh. Even if it's a mystery, it can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together. Yeah, if we do that, things will turn out just fine. But Metroid Prime is not an option. Sorry. He doesn't care. Look at all that shit and he doesn't care. Enjoy this little guy for a second. Did a coach. I'm not ready. I only have 3 theories, and I'm not confident in any of them.
Damn right.
Looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
No, they're all dead, you dipshit.
Stupid fool.
Exactly. So it's gonna happen again. The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends. Yeah, once we're through with this, we can go back, right?
That's right.
That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial.
Damn it.
Yeah, but we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe it so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know?
You know, right?
That's why I'll definitely survive. We can really go home after this deal with the class trial.
That's right.
I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what, even if I have to pull out all the stops. Okay. What the fuck? Why are you here? You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island? Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know?
Huh? Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Stop trying to jinx us.
I'll beat you up.
Yeah, stupid rabbit should just shut up. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. I finally realized after losing my powers, I realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight.
Huh?
What? I don't really know, but she seems different from before. Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looks so determined.
You.
What can you tell by looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. It'd be annoying if you started talking during the trial. Fine.
But still.
Somehow, I understand what Motomi is saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going. Last class trial? Yeah. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end, we got this. We've so got this. This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock.
Yeah.
That'll be the last time for this elevator ride too, right? I hope so. It's a long elevator.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we're finished.
you are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us. Yeah, we got this. We'll be fine. We're gonna die.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is gonna go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the ones who survive need to stand and fight. We must fight. Or we're gonna die horrible deaths. And then the door slowly opened. This bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? Or the light of despair?
Well now.
Now that the chatterbox Nagito is gone, there are only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up!
Well, just fucking start this already.
Hey!
This is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Yep, sure is. So you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
All right!
Didn't I tell you? He said it. This is the end.
Now then.
Let's do it.
Viva killing!
Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. Yeah. This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last case. This is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely fucked up. But there were also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it, but there's no way we can end this without knowing. We'll be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito. The killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. Oh yeah. Greatly increases influence gauge. Yeah, that's the one I got from Sonya, right? I'm gonna go back through the shit real quick. Give me just a second. Just to make sure I got it all in my head. There we go.
Now then, let's begin with a simple during the class trial.
I know.
If you vote correctly, then
I
I'll punish everyone besides.
Yep. We got, oh shit, she's pissed.
Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto! one more time! Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow! It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monomi. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or... Oh shit, jumping right in. There we go.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Why did the killer have to torture Nagito? No, were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place?
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect
Based on that inner
is whoever
monologue,
found the bomb first.
it seems like it wasn't
was
torture,
Fuyuhiko.
but
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
oh my god.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's wrong. But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
All right, Dick, let's go.
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap. Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito. and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
They taped Nagito's mouth after getting information from him. It sounds reasonable, but that clearly contradicts the truth. There was no blood underneath. If he'd listened to me until the very end, I wouldn't have to go to the trouble of repeating myself.
Pay attention! This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Allow me to cut through those words! No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
Yep.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
God, I hope so. Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream.
That's my thought.
Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Everyone on this island has a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
You mean like when you tried to choke him out?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Yeah, it's because we accidentally set off a trap.
Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
I agree.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect.
Dude, chill.
Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
Reason for the fire, huh? They're right. We need to clear that up first. When we kicked the door down, we knocked over the panels, which knocked over the lighter that was still lit, which lit into the curtain.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way? Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
I agree with that.
Boom.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, It was the wind pressure! A dust devil blowing here from glorious Japan!
Oh my god.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Oh, yeah.
I see! You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Loud hymnal at full volume, I might add. You guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listen to this depressing crap? I'm talking about the music. And as if on cue, it suddenly started. It was really clever. I thought it was to hide screams initially.
So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. And then she ran and did it anyway. Something blocking the door, I could barely open it. I knew it, it's a trap. Just stop it, okay? It'll be fine. Kinda ignored their protest and kicked the shit out of the door.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
So, one of my three theories that I had actually relies on this right here. The fact that there was no way out.
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
Yep. If that door was the only entrance to the warehouse, so the problem she's talking about is...
I see! If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
Deja vu?
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Definitely fits 2 out of 3 of my theories.
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse, there's only one person who could have done that.
This is my answer! What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss?
Yeah.
That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like you said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
If our assumption that Nagito committed suicide is correct, he should have tied himself up too. It's okay, right?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Wait a minute.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Really?
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. No, that's wrong.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on a second. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
If it was burned by the fire, it would have spread. He would have been on fire.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
Proof that his right arm is a trap. Yeah. Right there.
I see.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right?
Really smart,
He was
actually.
able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Wow.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Okay.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
Oh my god.
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me. Give me back that Benjamin.
Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back. What the hell?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
A way to stab yourself in the right hand using only your right hand. Trying to see if I can figure it out. Well, if I had a...
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
I agree with that.
Prop it up. Boom.
The life-sized Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
I know weapons. What can I say?
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something. A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem.
What?
The spear.
No.
Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right?
Yeah, he did. Just wouldn't be that hard to do, actually.
If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito.
It was.
If that's true, how is that possible?
Well, he threw it around the thing, held it, let go. It's not hard, dude.
He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
I mean, I disagree just based on the picture because the blood at that point is lighter colored. But, I mean, that might just be a graphic thing.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you...
Say it one more time. I need you recorded. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty. I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
Oof.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Damn.
Monome's sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible. I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
There is. I already explained it. It's not hard.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
Everyone working together.
She's right. We made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Then even now.
All right, let's do this.
I already know what it is.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, that's wrong.
Far too easy.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
Gripping.
I see!
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, Pippers! Thanks for that. That'll wake you up in the morning, won't it? I'm always sleepy.
He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, It'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right, that's the
Hey,
problem.
Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
Apparently Pifford thought I was getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
I see!
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That would be really impressive.
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time. What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up, the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that, the state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment. If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure it out. Where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. Oh, hell yes. I'm so ready. Whoa, okay. I was trying to figure out which one to move to, and I'm like, oh, I don't need to. Oh, shit. You always think they're gonna go the full cycle and they don't. Oh, whew. Let's go just a little too fast. Shit. Ain't getting me with these. Oh. Boom.
It's all coming together.
Got it.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support. He hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real?
Mm-hmm.
He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Jesus.
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
That was... Mm-hmm.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
That's insane.
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
And I was starting to feel a little sympathetic toward him. How stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I've forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
That's fair.
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
I disagree.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
Also true.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...?
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
No.
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is. No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
I agree.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to his death and something he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to his death. A piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with. Duh!
I see! Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
Victim is Nagito. Body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. Estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed through his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The suspicious part of the file that she's worried about is... What is it? What's hidden in there? I know what it is. Ow. Fuck you. Fuck you! Shit. Jesus.
I got it! In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Not only is there a spear stab, there's multiple stab wounds. There's a laceration, but it doesn't actually say what killed him.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
I get it. I've got it.
maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
Reminds me of a scene from Terminator 2.
I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say. But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Uh-huh.
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death?
Yep.
Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You were right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. And this situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. Nah, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. Okay.
No.
Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it's gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monami? How much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand in silence when you're all alone with someone else. So, we're the bestest of best friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Enough! Why do I have to be hated that much? Besides the fact you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny 1mm bit. How sad. Distrusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know? We aren't even friends in the first place. Well, then as your oldest brother, let me say this. You're not even my brother. It's sad to live a life without friendship. That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Well, there may be some demands for that. I fell for it. I totally took the man bait. Okay. I guess that's a thing. Yeah, it was. It was really easy. Except for that one. Took me a minute.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. basically it.
Okay, good talk.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Oops.
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities. Huh.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like... it's possible that we overlooked something.
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
A fatal wound that wasn't the spear. We don't know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what. I mean, I have a theory. There it is.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
Actually, yes.
I agree with that. That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison? It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
That's true.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But, even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Makes sense.
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's intense.
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
He wouldn't. It's gaseous.
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
It's gas.
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no! No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear!
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label.
Maybe. Got it. The way the poison entered Nagito's body, the answer's written on the warning label. I should think carefully and try to remember it. Don't. Oh, okay, that's fine. That was gonna be another Hangman Gambit. Alright, just spell the word gas. Or gaseous. So I gave her looking at chat. Bam. It's going too fast. Okay. This hitbox porn is next level. All right, fine. Take it so slow that it sucks all the fun out of it. You got it, game. Oh, only two. Okay.
It's all coming together. What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
Handle with care. Dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
The reason we didn't breathe it? I mean, any of those, honestly, but, Oh! Water! Duh.
I see! The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
Susceptible to hydrolysis. Yep. Possible for you to poison without any complications.
Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that form the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers.
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning.
Which is kind of weird, to be honest.
The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right. All the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time,
It's
right?
not solved. If he did all that just to kill himself with the poison, why did he set up the rest of the shit, like the spear?
Well, but...
What? There's still more?
I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, his motive is still unclear. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
His motive, his malice. Is this really okay? Can we finish this here? It can't be.
There might have been an accomplice.
Chiaki, what did you just say?
I mean, the entire game he has been saying, you know, if you're planning on killing, let me help you.
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
Got it. If you brought poison, the thing that would have been left behind would be the container.
I see!
Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
So it's almost like maybe he put it in another container or something.
Can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Keep it secure by storing in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. My God, it's so easy. I've got you now.
The container probably melted in the fire.
There would still be residue.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate.
Exactly.
Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
You just answered your own.
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just two.
I don't think that makes sense.
Like, does that really matter all that much?
Of course it does.
I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right. You're totally right. That's
right. Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
I am always in the mood for unexpected twists. They make the world go round. You shut your whore mouth, Kazuichi. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting it to someone else. Everyone's tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I want to just rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt. But
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh?
shut up, Monokuma.
The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is?
Yes.
Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
No.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
What is this feeling just now? Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane just said now might be a clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. The way Nagito brought the poison, which means the thing he used as a container. No, please don't. Fire grenade. Damn it. Jeez. Jeez. No, shit. Stop. No.
I got it! I see. I got it!
Huh?
The fire grenades! Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
Bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
Yep.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Could it be?
Yeah.
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
I can prove it with this. Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
Yep.
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
All makes sense.
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide. Enough already!
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
Not if...
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
I think I know what the game's going for, and that's nutty.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We killed him.
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
Yeah.
The horrifying truth?
Yeah.
It probably happened at the same time.
The moment the fire grenades were brought and the moment Nagito breathed in the poison were the same? Could that same moment be...
I see! Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed. And it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
So we killed him.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
What the heck?
He did, but he didn't.
You said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
It was assisted suicide.
Then who killed Nagito?
Oh my god.
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Well, Nagito did. Person who prepared it. Nagito.
I see! It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
Nagito.
I see! That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
So that we would throw the grenades.
I see! Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
We all threw them, didn't we?
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh?
This is so fucked up.
Could it be? Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him.
Holy shit.
The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison.
And then when he died, his hand relaxed, spear.
And then...
Just like out of Terminator 2, with the dude that had the detonator. When he died, he dropped it, and then boom.
Hold on. If that's true, You can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened.
Jeez.
His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve.
Oh my god.
He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved.
That's insane.
As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, this trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
Nekomaru is proud of you.
How can you? I'm so chill. I mean, how can you have such an awful power?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Yes, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning?
Yeah?
I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
That's right. Doesn't mean the trial's over yet, even though I don't know who killed Nagito. It should be clear what kind of trap he set. Then I have to do it, even if it leads to despair.
I got it. Let's do this then.
Comic book time? Yep. Oh my god. This trial's been the shortest. No? Oh, he hasn't done it yet. This one's weird. Did you do that prior? No, because it's not like that in this one. This one's weird. Because that matches that, and that matches that. This one's so weird. Okay. No. Oh no, because that's the one there. Just zoomed in. Damn. Okay.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up, he also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap. In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity this should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
Are you saying we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was? He said this to us earlier.
It's gonna be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way hope can lose. Absolute hope that can break through any despair can never lose in a place like this. And not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is.
I see! Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
I believe in you guys, and more than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck. So it's definitely gonna be alright.
Guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
Wasn't life-threatening at all. It was just a little escape game that ended with some Russian roulette. It's a game where you load a bullet, spin it, pull the trigger. So you really did it. Oh, so that's how you're supposed to play it. Oops. I put 5 in. I only took 1 bullet out. Oops. I guess I'm fine. I'm so lucky. He did the same thing when the first killing happened at the old building near the hotel. He depended on his luck and was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted. So I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty. Oh hey, Terra. It's not just luck. It's my true. It's true. My talent is trash, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student. You know. I'm left with the red mark. For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now. At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but actually, I was lucky.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything.
I think maybe he was trying to use his luck to get, and this is absurd, but hoping that the person that threw the poison bomb grenade would be the traitor.
He factored in his belief in us, but for some reason he didn't factor in his own luck.
Yeah, that's insane is what it is. The odds of that are so low.
No, there's no way. I mean,
Well,
this
okay.
is Nagito we're talking
It's
about.
not so low. It's 1 in 6, but still.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student, and incorporated that luck into his plan. As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
He risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
I have to ask. I should already know. Exactly.
I see.
Exactly.
That's it. The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then what he said in his video message.
It won't work with just any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor's student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activity, but I was a little annoyed they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
Then it's just as Nagito said at the beginning. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believed in what Nagito said, we would reach the answer much quicker. The reason this took so damn long, was it really because we didn't believe in him?
But if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that!
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
He relied on his luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. Sounds way too unbelievable to have actually happened, but...
The only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself!
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor?
Motherfucker.
Hajime, please.
I know who it is. I know who it is.
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please! Hold on!
Aw, you totally guessed right. Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Damn it. Why? This is... I mean, this nonsense is... Why? Why does this make sense?
Hey, Chiaki. Are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... Up till now... You've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation.
I have 3 theories, and I am afraid that they're all right.
That is obviously a lie.
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
Because you're programmed to not.
It's weird, isn't it?
Because you're a
Waiting until
robot.
right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe... I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Please don't be a robot. Please.
Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but... as I expected, that's rather difficult.
I keep pointing to robot. I don't like it.
That's why... the only thing I can do is plead with you.
I knew you were too perfect.
I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all! 'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends. Anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Yeah. God damn it.
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Monami and Chiaki's relationship. Proving it here. Is that the only way?
Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along. I won't let you. Let's all get along. First open and mix. I can't lose. Hajime, you stupid face. I won't let you. First open and mix. I'll lower your grade. Disappear. Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. I'll lower your grade.
No, you don't.
Hajime, you stupid face. Chiaki and I aren't best friends.
This is the end! When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with a new Sami logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
So sudden?
Give me that notebook!
Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2, Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. What is this?
Is this Monami's diary?
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too. So that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
The truth is, I might have already known the moment I found this notebook. It's just... I wanted to turn my eyes from the truth it contained. But now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
The topic we discussed in that entry.
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go in the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room, but the only one who knew that.
If I win the life-threatening game here, I'll be able to go to that octagon place, right? That's where the exit should be. I did it! I finally did it! I figured out where the exit is! I can get out! I can get out! You can't do that. You shouldn't go in there. You won't find what you're looking for.
That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
It's really stupid to be fighting over something like this. And so with an annoyed expression on her face, she walked over to the bomb without saying a word. Took out her handbook, and without hesitating, swiped the card reader. Looks like it was wrong.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
And I know why, too.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the traitor's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake! That must be a mistake! Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Of course not.
I will not believe it! I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor! There is just no way!
I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe, but
then nobody will be saved.
oh shit.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs, there's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
I don't want to believe it, but I have to move forward. I have to move toward the path she's showing us. And I know
Chiaki is not
what
the
it is.
traitor.
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate.
That's not it.
Ooh.
That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake. Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Yeah.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I do not want to hear that! Enough already. Please do not say another word. I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Sonia.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor!
Jeez.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma! Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand. If so, you could not declare that. Monami and Chiaki were working together.
Sonya's saying's all over the place, but she should know. I also wish it wasn't true. I'm hoping she says just kidding with her usual tone of voice. But that's just my selfish desire. Chiaki isn't wishing for that.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was... If so, you could not declare that. Monami and Chiaki were working together.
Can I not do that? Oh, I'm out of cuts. Oh.
There was someone other than
I
me
have
and
to get rid of that
Monami
one first.
who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma that it was fake beforehand. If so, you could not declare that.
That's so annoying. Shit.
Damn it!
Even if she knew the bomb was fake,
I'm about to take the
that
hit.
does not prove Chiaki is the traitor.
That's the only way to do it. I have to take the hit.
If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Yeah.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand. If so, you cannot declare that.
Half a second too late.
Monami and Chiaki were working together.
This is really tricky. Like aiming it the right way to do it. It's really tricky.
Damn it!
Even if she knew the bomb was fake,
I know what I want. It's a matter of doing it.
that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Oh shit, I'm out of cuts. Damn, this one's strict.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
This one's rough. It's also really depressing.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb bomb was fake! That someone is Monokuma! Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told you that he was fake before. If so, you could not declare that. Monami and Chiaki were working together.
Oh, come on. There's another one that pops up at the bottom.
Monami,
God!
who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma.
Hit me.
Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that he was fake beforehand. If so, you cannot declare that.
Fuck me.
Monami and Chiaki were working together.
Oh my god, I'm gonna run out of time.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably that he was fake beforehand. If so, you cannot declare that. Monami and Chiaki were working together.
Damn it! I hoped it wouldn't hit. This is ridiculous. Getting the right angle for this is so hard.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that he was fake beforehand.
There. Got it before the next one spawned. I was hoping I could do it that way.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Then where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used? I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, you should know it wasn't from the military base. Tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes. Know that already. Should have said so earlier. Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just not telling you for the first time. Whew, I feel relieved.
That... Monokuma may have just been lying.
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
That's not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
That's not it.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you that's not it! We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
Doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel.
I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this. But still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
God damn it!
Why? did it end up like this?
It's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness, loneliness, sadness. But most of all, I'm ashamed of my weakness. But even so, I have to move forward. If we believe in the person who's urging us forward, then we have to start walking and believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead.
Even so.
Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the result. Traitor from the Future Foundation, and Nagito's killer is Chiaki.
Damn it!
You serious? That was correct?
Yeah.
The fact that Chiaki was a traitor, the fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck. Everything was true.
Damn it.
Plus, that means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
Stupid. We're not celebrating at all.
Damn it!
Let me ask you one more time. Are you really part of the Future Foundation? An agent of the organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is...
I cannot believe it. Even though I do not want to believe it. There's no choice but to believe, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I could have said it sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what.
'Cause...
I can't betray the Future Foundation.
Well?
Even if you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I will never be able to betray the Future Foundation. But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different than sharing your secret yourself. You're right.
Why?
Now's not the time to be laughing.
Well?
But strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions. You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're just not gonna answer, right? Like if we ask you why you were in Future Foundation and stuff?
I'm sorry.
That is...
Even if you were a traitor, you never betrayed us. You will always be our friend, even now. We don't blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
So the traitor was revealed, and Chiaki lost. In the end, it all went according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
Yeah, about that. Was that really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say he was trying to find the killer and eliminate them? If so, isn't it strange?
So...
I mean, we nearly lost, right? And if Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. You raised a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor.
Yes, indeed.
Congratulations, you successfully stopped Nagito's plan. I mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor and kill everyone else besides the traitor.
Huh?
That was Nagito's goal?
Huh?
Why would he do something like that? Of all the... To form a plan that only the traitor would survive. Is that bastard really that twisted?
Nope.
It's okay. What?
Well?
I mean, it's not just Nagito's fault. If the circumstances had been different, he probably wouldn't have taken things so far.
Chiaki!
You really are a kind-hearted person. Think so? I wonder where you got your personality from.
Perhaps.
Maybe our dad and our big brother, don't you think?
Hey!
Hey, don't talk about your family all of a sudden.
now.
That's totally ripping off Teru.
I can't lose.
Just like Chiaki and everyone else. Even if I know it's a fight I can't win,
Hi-ya!
I must try to retaliate.
Huh?
Retaliate?
I will no longer let you do as you please.
Children, please leave the room.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
She's self-destructed?
What'd you say?
What's going on?
Huh?
Monokuma, like, die?
No,
I'm not
no.
A new one fucking came out.
Phew.
Man, that surprised me. If only I didn't have a spare, I would have died.
I can't
Not
lose.
yet, I'm not done yet. Hey, what?
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
Hey!
Not yet. Seriously, stop. If you don't stop right now, it's all gonna be destroyed.
I won't forgive
Of course,
you.
I'm doing it so you'll all be destroyed. I'll be the one to protect my students.
I won't let you.
I'll protect them with my life. Monomi, you...
Hey!
Now then, how many of you are still here? Might as well come out all at once.
Ooh!
How many?
How exciting!
Not that much. Just around 10 to the power of 60. Yeah, okay.
What?
1 million? 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion. Jump ahead. That's 10 to the 60th power.
Hey!
After all this, you're still joking around. You sure have quite the daring spirit.
Too bad.
Except I'm not joking. What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you see that scene? While you're doing this, my clothes are continuously and endlessly created. In the Monokuma manufacturing facility.
That's wrong.
Those are just stuffed animals. Yeah, I checked them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
Damn it!
You're just bluffing. Monomi, finish him off.
Hey,
Even if it's just a plushie, as long as you give it Monokuma's personality, it becomes a fully developed Monokuma. There's no way that's possible. It's not even magic. Magic, huh?
Could it be?
Have you already obtained that much power?
Hey!
If you bring up magic all of a sudden, we're gonna be so confused. Unless you mean magic in a technological sense, we won't understand this at all.
Hey!
What's going on? Don't tell me. They're not gonna call this magic or something, right? Like, that'd be dumb. Well, I don't care how you interpret it.
in the end, even if Monomi risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong! There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement? What's this?
And how many Monomis are left to challenge my army of 10 to the 60th power? You don't even have to say anything, I know. Let's see, you have 10 more left, right? I know everything. I'm the conqueror of the new world.
I can't lose.
I won't give up, even if I have no chance of winning.
It's okay, Monomi. Well,
It's not about giving up, you know.
let's believe in them.
Let's believe in everyone and leave the rest to them.
Right?
Damn it.
What the hell is going on? I don't know for certain, but the only thing I can say is
Please listen.
Monokuma is an enemy of the Future Foundation.
Like,
Does that mean there's another organization that's our enemy besides the Future Foundation?
this is bad.
We're in this situation because we're caught up in a dispute between these two organizations?
Damn it!
Alright, that's it. Let's leave that talk for later. Because the punishment time's gonna start. Just a little more. Just a little more time. To wait or not to wait? That's the question. But which will cause more despair? That's the real question. If you think about it, you'd know, right? There's no way I'd wait. But I haven't.
I'm sorry.
Regardless, there's nothing else I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have. Not that,
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment. Special bleeding service.
Ah, for Monami too.
Huh?
Why even Monami? It's just a 2-for-1 special. I could have killed that thing anytime I wanted since she's not a student. And also, I don't need anybody that'll defy me anymore. Also, I remember now. I'm an only child.
That is...
It's okay. Even if I'm here, I'd just be a burden anyway. Not just that. I decided to believe in everyone.
You guys, I'm sorry about so many things. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love.
Bye, everyone. It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Even until the very end, I couldn't look away from her final moments. Without realizing it, I had fallen to my knees. A feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. It's over. It just had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to ask, before I could say what I needed to say, she vanished before my eyes. And I couldn't even tell her thank you. If I had said that, would she have been comforted a little? She was executed as the traitor. Would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurt.
I don't believe it!
Good gracious, that was such a big surprise. As for Chiaki, she regularly took on the role of point man during the class trials, as did Nagito too.
What?
And not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer too.
Phew.
Ah, well, don't worry about it. There won't be any more situations where you'll need to rely on them.
Huh?
Which does that mean? Now that the annoying rabbit is gone as well, all the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone.
Hey!
Are you serious? We can really leave?
I shall now present.
Congratulations. With this, I shall announce the end of the killing school trip. For you 5 who've survived up until now, I shall give you the right to graduate.
Whew.
Thank you for all your hard work. Are you really okay with that?
Hmm?
What do you mean? There's still 2 days left. If you were acting like your usual self, you'd be setting things up so another killing happens right away. You're right. Stop it, what are you saying? Mr. Monokuma changed. What if Mr. Monokuma changes his mind? Also, you said you 5, like you were emphasizing that part. Does that mean the number of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you're saying it's the end already, even though there's still 2 days left, right?
Huh?
It matters that there are 5 left? You plan to make a volleyball team?
Stupid fool.
You need 6 people for volleyball. Don't stay quiet, say something. What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy, and an enemy of the Future Foundation, so what's your true identity?
Hey,
If the Future Foundation is the world ender, then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation has created.
No.
Well, you just have to look forward to the rest after the countdown ends. That timer has almost reached 0. If it reaches 0, everything will end. Future Foundation's lame plan will be nothing but toilet bubbles.
Hey,
And when that time comes, you'll know everything. You'll see all your questions answered in one go. And then you guys will find out for yourselves just how messed up this new world is.
Hey.
A new world? I'm gonna say new shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
Well, just think of the remaining 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 as a bonus. While you're at it, you should enjoy your life on this tropical island to the fullest. Because once you leave this island, your hopeless lives back home will be waiting for you. Monokuma's boisterous laughter carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. The laughter just kept going. Forever. As for what we did afterwards, honestly, it doesn't matter at all. I returned to my cottage for the time being and fell asleep. Even after I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come back. That's why I didn't look back on everything that happened up until now. I didn't think about what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen. And burrowed deep into my sheets as if I were trying to hide. In doing so, I was somehow trying to endure the long day. And then the sun finally set. The day feels abnormally long when you spend it praying that nothing happens. Which reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. I guess that's not needed anymore. Is everything really gonna end? What is everything anyway? How far? How much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything gonna end? There's still so much we don't know. About our school memories, the Future Foundation, Hope's Peak Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really end this and turn our back on all that? And not just that, if we're really leaving, then where are we going? Hope's Peak Academy? That was my last night at Jabberwock Island. At a place where my worries didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. I feel like I had a fun dream, somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right, it's the last day. According to Monokuma. Suddenly my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I had never felt before. A fear like I had been abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. With nobody left on this island. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia, Like, everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything. Like, everything in this world was nothing but lies. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. When I left the cottage, I randomly ran into her.
Hello there.
Good timing, what do you mean?
See?
Remember Nagito's video message we found at the factory? Yeah, when we were dealing with the bomb ruckus. What about it?
Well?
Apparently there was more to that message inside the laptop. What?
Yep.
We weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so we wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? Why would he do that?
Perhaps.
Maybe he planned to leave this as a will. Where is it right now? We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Okay. What the fuck?
Yo!
Hey, you're late. Is it true? Nagito really left another message? Kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her. She was the one who found it. Let's go on for a walk with Gundam's hamster. I found it when I stopped by the factory.
Listen well.
A coincidence, you say? Wrong! That is the will of causality guiding you.
Huh?
Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam? I never allowed that.
Damn right.
So anyway, let's hurry up and play it. Yeah.
I wonder who's watching this message.
Is it the traitor from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Looks like it ended the way I hoped it would. The way he hoped it would.
Damn it.
Nagito was trying to kill everyone except the traitor. Damn it, it's just as Monokuma said.
Hey!
So he really set up the traitor as the killer and even tried to make them survive the trial. Why would he do that? Enough with your useless talk. It appears there's still more. But if everyone but the traitor is watching this video...
How unfortunate.
Then unfortunately, I guess I lost. That outcome is the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, not that it matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me.
Now then.
Let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm going to speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. A special prize in the final dead room allowed me to learn a certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised. I mean... The Future Foundation's traitor must have known that truth all along. And so I was able to learn this truth about the world and resolved to take action immediately. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I always knew I wanted to become a protagonist to my... Oh my god. You did not just pull that shit on me. But now that I know the truth, as I look back on Monokuma's actions, I'm starting to see what he's planning. By giving us information about the island's mystery and the Future Foundation, he's raising all your hopes, but only so he can lead you to unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma's trying to show that despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is... Jeez, what a hopeless truth. Who is Monokuma's true identity? How could they come up with a plan like that?
Now then.
That's never reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go to. The key to enter that place is that message you found at the castle.
Well...
Normally you need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place, but since that message gets rid of those steps, you can think of it as an Easter egg or something. It's probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monomi, but that has nothing to do with me. You guys will still think you're not gonna die or something will stop it. I had to hide this until my plan came to an end, but I guess now's a nice time to announce it, right? So then I'll announce the password. That's the password that was written in the castle. You have to use that to enter that specific place. It's the only way you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all for me. With this, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the foundation of this world's hope. And if that really happens, praise me. Tell others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me.
Please call me the ultimate hope.
This was Nagito's final message. That 11037 number that he said was the password. Oh my god. There's no mistaking it. It's the password to enter that ancient ruin.
Hey.
You better hurry, I think. Let's go before the countdown reaches 0. Yeah. Now's not time to relax. I need to hurry to the ancient ruin on the second island. Somehow it is quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there?
You are a boy, right?
It's so unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you? Fool! There's also that countdown. It's, oh my god. What is happening? What is happening? What's up, Synchro? Welcome to my brain is oozing out of my ears.
I'm gonna do it!
It's our last chance to get inside. Oh, no, just don't.
Thanks for the food.
If you're gonna let it out, why not do it in the Tupperware I keep with me? Oh my god, that's so gross.
Dumbass!
Now's not the time to fuck around.
Young master for Yuhiko.
You don't have to worry, I'll protect my young master. Now then, let's go forward together.
Shut up.
Don't treat me like a kid.
This is your leader's order.
Believe that hope lies beyond this point. That is your leader's order. Okay.
What?
What was that? I told her that you only understand piggy talk. I said you're so cool in piggy talk.
In the name of my family.
I'm gonna kill you.
Hajime.
Password, please. Yeah, I know. 11037.
It's gonna be fine.
There's no need for you to worry. The only thing beyond this point is a shining future. Now then, let's open this door to the future. Beyond this door, the future is waiting. A sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward.
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way...
Huh?
Where did everyone go?
Hmm? Everyone?
What? Something's wrong. What did I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is... this world? Gamer's backpack. Is this the spot, Jack? Golly, wouldn't it be so rude of me to just stop here? God, wouldn't that be the biggest dick move, like, of all time?